Welcome back, everybody, to our next session of BTS. In the last session, just to recap, BTS went on a little scavenger hunt and got to look for a handful of different objects, compete against each other, and in the end, they returned those back to pen and paper where they met with Sam Gage, and he revealed to them that the big reward for them completing their activities and not being caught by the guards, etc., was to be the first of the BTS teams to receive the opportunity to take on a major contract. He will have shared that detail and asked everyone to return the next night when he will provide the contract to them again and recap, as well as answer questions that he has that you may have for the contract before releasing you to your unwieldy and crazy ways to execute it. So the scene will start off at pen and paper the next night with everyone arriving at pen and paper. I'll start with Lenora, then Snuk, then Krub, then Kaz.
Okie dokie. So we're here to meet, yes.
You're here to meet with Sam.
Okay.
Kenneth is not here yet. He is predisposed for some reason. But you all know how to get into his place. You've been here many, many times.
Right. Okay. So Lenora will go ahead and enter, taking a quick look around as she does so. And I guess she will make her way, excuse me, over toward the front counter where Sam is at.
Oh, Lenora, I see you're first here again. I overheard that you were the first to make it to the TT bar last night and got the scoop on the lay of the land before others. So again, you're here. Early bird gets the worm.
Long legs and all.
Oh, momentarily ponder. Yeah. So, would you like a drink?
Not yet. I think I'll save it for when we're done.
All right, like that. Very focused. He will, on the other hand, pour out a flask and pour himself a bourbon and wait. Snuks?
Snook will come in, barely cracking the door, slipping in. Slowly just walking up to the counter. Walks up next to Lenora, puts his hands up on the counter and peers up. Oh, hi, Sam.
Hello, Snuks. Glad to see you. You haven't grown an inch.
I keep hearing that.
He'll wiggle a bottle in front of you. Drink?
Yes.
Place a shot glass on top of the counter and pour it full of bourbon. Oh, see, it's about your size.
Yep. Grab it. Since we're in here, put down his hood and take a sip. Which is more like a lap.
What does Snooks look without his hood? Seeming till now, I believe We've mostly been just given a description of a bundle of cloth.
A very reptilian head with sharp teeth, and really I had to find a cobalt picture that's closer. But huh?
Krub?
How you doing, Sam?
Yes. The other creature of the night. Krub, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Drink?
Yes, please.
He'll pour out another full shot glass and lay it down on the table. Krub, you ready for some adventure?
I was born ready for adventure.
Yes, you are. Hey, what's up with your ear there, Krub?
Oh, do you like my earrings?
Yeah, it's
Didn't you see them yesterday?
I didn't really pay attention. It was late night, and you pointed them out, but I guess they work. A little girlish, but and oddly placed. One at the top of the ear and the other at the bottom. But yeah, whatever. I guess that's the style. I'm an old guy. I don't really know how the young likes.
I think they had charm.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
sure.
that's what happens when you let a drunk college student pierce your ears.
Hey now.
Not saying they look bad.
It adds character. And that's what's important. I'll throw back the shot.
Kaz knocks at the door. Kaz?
I guess. Oh, there we go.
Kaz will walk up, kind of coming around the backside here. Sam, how's it going?
Describe Kaz, as this is the first anyone's ever seen him, and how is his entry into the front door?
Well, large and kind of thumping as he walks. He's about 6'4", 196 pounds. Just a big mass of muscle. He's got the head of a bull. His upper body is about the same size, like thick as a bull, but his arms and lower body are that of a human. All of his body is covered in short white hair. He's got a cream-colored mane on top of his head, just about covers his eyes, and then it just tapers down the back of his head down to his back, the middle of his back. His horns are smaller than others of his race, curling just near his ears. On his left shoulder, there's kind of a branded tattoo on the top of his shoulder, kind of, how would I say, like Hawaiian style. And it ends on the top of his left hand. So the branding kind of makes the hair different color. It's kind of a gray in color.
As a minotaur, would he be larger or smaller than your average minotaur?
About average, maybe a little bit higher.
Okay.
So he's about average height of, I don't know if anybody else has ever seen minotaurs in this area, but he really hasn't, other than in the arena.
Okay. Sam will see Kaz come. Oh, Kaz, you've been out of town. Where are you coming back from?
Yeah, had some tournaments over in the other side of town. Just finishing up. Heard you needed a hand.
Well, glad you're here.
Heard.
You
He'll
missed all
look
the
over
fun,
and just
Cass.
snort.
Sam will offer Kaz a drink as well. Thirsty?
Yeah, the usual. He'll just come up to the bar and wait for the bucket of ale.
Sam looks at what he has to offer, stares at Kaz, and just puts the bottle down in front of Kaz.
Thanks.
He sips on the meager bits of bourbon he has left in his cup and stares at Kaz taking the rest of the bottle. So, as I had said, I believe Kenneth is going to be running late. He may not even join us tonight. I'm not sure. He left a kind of cryptic message about his back hurting. And, that's what you get for old people. But I think it's important that you all get a chance to sit down and take a look at the contract. He will take a piece of parchment and he will put it out onto the table. I'm assuming you guys can all see that now, right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Sam will read it out loud. I think it's important to pay attention to some of the details. Now, this was given to us by an anonymous source, and I have confirmed it with others that it is true. But it appears that we are one of the first of the guilds here and in Purgatory to have an opportunity at this contract. It seems very mysterious and dangerous, and that is what we here at BTS excel at. It says, brothers, find and dispose of the woman described herein secretly. She is dangerous spellcaster, her mind able to foresee the future. The style of death must be indirect to avoid precognition, and the sponsor name is being withheld. Her name is not being provided. She is mid-30s, has red hair, is a human or possibly a half-elf, and was seen entering landing via the portal stones in June. That was just 2 months ago. She was sighted in landing with a man and a child by Bluebird Joey. And he will put a finger to the bottom of the contract and highlight and tap very slowly. And that, my friends, is a hefty reward to complete this contract. So whomever helps to get this done, we will be able to pay each of you a fine share of that. 1,000 platinum. Can you imagine?
As Kaz is drinking, he'll kind of choke. That's a lot of money.
Yes, Kaz, that is quite a sum. It looks like the contract requests that the proof of this person being retired is somehow announced in Truth and Dagger, the local tabloid. And I'm sure that, of course, will be a trick in his own, just to get some level of detail and proof published. Of course, remember our rule number 1, right, everyone? He turns and looks to each of you, waiting for you to say it in unison.
Don't talk about BTS.
Exactly.
How far can she see into the future?
Sam stares at Krub. This is all I have, Krub.
This is not a lot to go off of.
He nods. Yes, but that shouldn't hold us back, would it?
Yes, we don't have a name. We don't know if human or half-elf. Just, we're looking for a woman with red hair in an entire town.
But we could start with Bluebird Joey.
Bluebird Joey is a drunkard.
So are you.
That's besides the fact. I don't know if we can trust him. They might as well call him Songbird Joey. With all the tales he tells.
Oof. Cal, what'd you post there?
You can click on it too. That's so cool.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Can I do an attack roll to test something?
I guess so. Are you attacking
Just
the
don't
darkness?
attack me.
No, I just want to see how it does the thing.
Oof.
It did the thing. I guess. I don't know.
I don't. I'm very confused.
So Sam will sit back in his chair, look at all of you. He'll grab his hat, rest on his head. I think it's best I leave you all to your own devices now. Of course, much more effective when I'm out of your hair. I'll be sure to hear back from you to see how well you're doing. I'll be looking to the Truth and Dagger to see if you're successful. I'll let myself out. I'm sure the rest of you know how to get in and out of here. Say hi to Kenneth if you see him.
Have a good night, boss.
So,
Hmm.
Well, this definitely wasn't as much information as I was hoping we would get.
Boss doesn't make things easy, does he?
Well, I'm sure he's giving us what he was given. So, I suppose we could get started at the docks, or maybe somebody could start at the docks, while somebody maybe checks the, maybe local bars and taverns close by. Unless somebody has another idea, of course. I'm not the brains here, so...
This heavy a bounty. Plenty of crews will be looking for.
I thought we were getting first crack. Or is that only for our crew?
I think that's for our crew.
Yeah. Well, if there's other crews, she's gonna know there's a hit out on her for sure. Because the other crews aren't as smart, you see?
I don't know.
I don't either, Snuck. But I suppose we gotta get out of here and do something about it.
It's a shame that Kenneth's not here. He's usually pretty good at coming up with at least a point to get us going.
Yeah, the old man has a lot of experience with his wizened age. It's probably out there hitting the sauce hard.
As long as he doesn't break a hip.
Well, I suppose we should head to the docks. Find Joey.
All right. After you, gentlemen.
Well, we like when you go first.
She'll chuckle a bit.
Hate to see you go. Love to see you leave.
the crew leaves pen and paper and spreads out into various parts of landing. So who first to where?
Were we splitting up and two heading to the docks? And
Where else would we go besides the docks? I only have one clue, I think.
Yeah, it's the only lead we have so far.
Figured two of us go talk to Joey, one keeps a lookout. Sees if anybody sees us talking to Joey and reacts, eh?
Probably a good idea. Who's doing the talking?
Not yet.
But Snuks not here, the best interrogator we got.
Only when I can break toes.
How many toes does Joey still have?
I know he's down at least one.
That's 9 to go.
Are you sure he had 10 to begin with?
Look, counting stuff. I don't know. We need to worry about all that.
I would, if you don't mind, like to perhaps stand watch, keep an ear out.
Okay, then we'll do the talking.
I think maybe you should, Krub, with Kaz as your backup.
Sounds good to me. Kaz, are you okay with that plan?
not one for talking, but I'll watch.
Story of your sex life.
You arrive at the Grind docks in it's kind of a warm August. Smell of the sea spray and foam lapping up on the docks. Smell of fish and seaweed. It's just slowly kind of floating between all the busyness of the docks themselves. People are working between individual piers, carting items back and forth, stacking them up, working with various quartermasters who are calling out orders to local crews to pick items up and ferry them back and forth. Cranes are lifting items up off of ships, and you can hear the sounds of woodworking and repairing of ships being conducted as well. Many ships that come in from the sea here, as rough as it is, end up a bit beaten up and requiring repairs each time they go out. Over by William's gut cart, you can see a local crew of the ragtag who are always milling about here in the docks. And sitting on a small barrel is none other than Bluebird Joey. You know of Joey. He was a member of one of the BTS crews. And after having a few too many times of being caught, incarcerated, and some such, he kind of went independent. That is, he kind of got laid off. But he still supports everyone, gets a little bit of coin here and there from his running of his mouth and collecting of information. He has some of the best eyes in the docks and will definitely be helpful. Kaz and Krub will identify him.
Krub, over there.
I see him.
You want me to be with you, or do you want me to hang back?
No, you come with me. Approach Bluebird Joey.
Your little crowd, by the way, is, this group is a little bit metahuman. And so as a result, the different humans and elves and others will eyeball you. Some will sneer. A few will spit at the ground as you've walked past. But majority will just try to keep at bay.
Nora's gonna stay back a ways, just to kind of listen to those that are in the area that are able to see what's going on.
Snuks is gonna set up near one of the gates and just gonna start panhandling and keep an eye out, looking like a homeless person in all the rags. Very tiny one.
So as you all just kind of stand there and go off, and some of you split off, you see this little halfling, very flamboyant clothes, just kind of sitting on top of the barrel. Got a like a gallon jug thing of something that he's drinking. He's clearly completely drunk. As you all stand out like sore thumbs, he sees you and hey, what are y'all doing these parts?
Bluebird, day drinking again, I see.
But what? I heard something come out of your mouth. What? Sorry, were those words?
Yes.
Are you guys just gonna stand down here and look weird, or what?
No, I'm just wondering what it is you're doing here. Drinking so early in the day?
Joey belches. I live around here.
On the docks?
I didn't say here. I said around here.
I mean, we all live around here. Anyway, how are you doing?
Takes a big pull on the jug. Well, I'm drunk, so pretty good.
I mean, I can't complain with that.
Lets off a huge belch.
You find work around here?
Here and there.
So let me cut to the chase. Bluebird, sorry. We hear you spotted somebody about town. Last seen here with a man and child. It was a red-haired female, approximately 30 years of age, mid-30s. Human or half-elf.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one's wow. That one, yeah, that one's something else. She's really pretty. Like, she doesn't clean up, but she's really pretty.
When was it that you saw her last?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a week or so, probably.
She arrived by boat or leaving on a boat?
didn't either.
Interesting. You've got me intrigued.
She walked up, she talked to people, she walked away.
What was she asking?
I don't know. I saw her. I didn't talk to her.
Who'd she talk to?
The man and the boy.
So she showed up with the man and boy and talked to them, or were they already here?
No, she didn't show up with the man and the boy. She met the man and the boy, and they left with her.
Which gate did they go through?
Oh, that north gate right over there.
You pointed to the grind one here. Presumably. I assume that's the only gate.
No, look at the pink one.
I think that's just the tower.
It's a tower.
Okay, then the grind gate.
So the child was a boy. How old was he, approximately? Young child?
So Joey very awkwardly hops off his perch and stands there. And he holds his hand up at about the same height that he is.
What can you tell me about the man she met? Do you have a description of him and the boy? Hair color?
I don't know. I was honestly looking at her more than them. I don't think he was that old, but he wasn't super young. But the boy, I don't know how old he was. He's about this high and hold his hand up again about 3 feet.
Anything distinguishing about them? Tattoos, marks, insignias, scars?
Okay, you gotta understand. This lady's like really, really pretty.
Oh, I understand, all right.
Wasn't
but I
really
know
looking at
you,
them.
Joey. You're a perceptive one. If anybody noticed anything, it would be Joey.
Well, I mean, honestly, they just kind of look dirty and tired and worn down, I guess I'd say. Rips off
Like
the
they've
big
been
bulge.
traveling?
That would probably be a safe assumption. But I didn't see him get off of a boat, so I can't say that for certain.
Guys, can you think of anything? Do they have anything with them? Any luggage? Bags? Weapons?
I mean, I don't know, man. I was watching the lady. She had a weapon. Just kind of a big stick thing.
Hmm.
Can I ask for like a investigation roll or something?
Sure.
Do you want whiskey or Kaz?
No,
Whiskey.
whiskey because he's talking.
Oh, I did a self roll.
Oh, I did that too.
It was a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the last question you asked?
Weapons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all you get is that the lady had a weapon that was a long stick thing, according to Joey.
And you haven't seen them since? Or did you see them before that, too?
I mean, definitely haven't seen the woman before that, because I may have noted she's really pretty.
What about
And
the
then
man
the
and
guy
the boy?
and the kid, I'd probably not. But I don't know. They looked pretty generic to me. what I looked. I didn't look that much.
Well, thanks for your help, Bluebird.
All I can think is, where's the nearest tavern?
Oh, I can help you with that. So go out the main gate, go about 100 yards up on the right. Sparkling
What's-
Nickel, great little bar.
The Sparkling Nickel, huh?
Sorry, the Shining Shield.
Right. Perhaps we should visit there.
They're traveling. They'll probably be hungry when they get into town.
They did say they were all dirty, so they must have arrived from traveling. Thanks again, Bluebird.
Raises his jug and salute.
Krub will salute back. Head towards the gate where Snuks is and wait for Lenora to come over.
Lenora will go ahead and walk like she's heading past them toward the gate. Anything?
Nothing helpful. But they came through this gate, so Kaz suggested we check the
Clarification, they exited through that gate.
Exited the docks through that gate.
Correct.
Okay.
But where were they going?
From the docks into town through that gate.
Yep.
Well,
And she
entering.
came into the gate and met them. They were already on the dock somewhere, but Joey didn't see where they came from.
Well, now I'm confused. They were on the docks, she exited onto the docks, and then they went where? Back into the town?
Back into the city. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. So that is good to know that she was here already.
Any other descriptors, information, clothing she was wearing, weapons she was carrying, anything about the man, the child, anything?
Joey told me that the man was not old, but not young, and the boy was about his height, and I'll gesture over to the halfling sitting on the
He's 3
barrel.
feet tall.
Wow, that's so not helpful.
Nope. The lady had a big stick, and she was very attractive.
Let
But
me
doesn't really clean up or
guess.
try to show it.
Okay. Big stick, possibly a staff. We know she's a magic user. Could be a magic staff. Something to keep an eye out for. If it's anything like that little mages I dealt with the other day, it could be holding her focus. Get rid of the focus, she can use less magic.
True. We should check out the Shiny Nickel and the Shiny Shield restaurant. See if they have any rooms rented to very attractive women that look disheveled.
Or have heard anything about any recent travelers.
Sounds like a start.
Curious. She showed up in the circle recently, within the last couple months, but knew enough to pick up a couple people on the docks.
Well, she is able to see, so she might have known.
Well, standing around here talking like this is going to draw some attention. We should get moving.
True. Did you want to question him any? I can wait.
You guys go ahead.
Kaz and I will check out the Shiny Nickel. Snuks, are you going to stay with Lenora?
I think I'm gonna stake out the magic college place.
Okay.
On our way to the shiny nickel, I'll just ask. Krub. She was one of the new arrivals.
It's true.
You should probably check out the welcome wagon as well. Maybe they kept records of names, descriptions.
What month is it, Kaz? I can't seem to remember.
Cal, is it still kind of current month or?
It's August. Yeah, the month. Like I said, it was really warm outside.
Oh, about August, I think. Tournaments in the stadium are starting up again.
Well, if she arrived in June, that wasn't long ago. So there's got to be records of her. We can at least find out her name, maybe something about her abilities.
Good idea. So we'll just head into the shiny nickel then.
Shiny Nickel is a very slim bar. It is squeezed in between a handful of different shops, a cobbler on one side, a shoe shiner on the other. The bar, or the Shiny Nickel as a whole, is maybe 10 feet wide, but it feels like it's a mile deep. As you enter the front door, you are met by a long row of stools up against a bar. Bar to the right, stools to the left. You can barely squeeze your way behind some of the stools to make to a open one. Behind this is a bald, elderly man working the bar.
Kaz will find the first available chair, and there's two chairs that are stools that are available for each other. Sit down and kind of look over at Krub.
What do you want?
Oh, you talking to me, George? I'll have another.
Well, I wasn't talking to you, but here you go. Slides
Okay.
a beer down the bar.
Thank you.
2 beers, please, George. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Moves on down the bar.
Glancing around, is it fairly full? Is there lots of patrons, Cal, or kind of empty this hour?
There's 3 or 4 people in here total, plus the bartender. Down farther at the end is a small crew, pretty much just leading to themselves, but there's this one local guy here along with the bartender near the front.
Look over at Krub and be like, you see that redhead yesterday? Man, good looking redhead.
Oh, yeah, George, remember the redhead?
Oh, you guys saw her too?
I mean, I try to look at all of them. I mean, you look at only just certain ones?
Oh, no. They're all good looking. Better looking than me.
The guy will just nod. Sorry, fella, I'm pretty certain anything looks better than you.
That's all right. I got big shoulders. I can take it. So, what the redhead that you saw look like?
I mean, she had massive knockers, and I saw pretty much that, plus the red hair, somewhere in the vicinity of the knockers.
Nice. The last one I saw was with a kid. That's kind of a bit of a no-no for me.
Is she the one with the big stick?
I don't remember a kid. George, maybe you know something about a redhead with a big stick and something. about a kid, I guess. I don't know.
I get an investigation, please.
It's my weakness.
Just at 11 plus 6 or at 11?
It was, I rolled with advantage. I gotta turn that off, I guess.
It's the same roll I had before.
It doesn't hurt, by the way. You just roll with advantage or whatever all the time.
Okay.
It's just you just with advantage means you pick the higher
Yeah.
of the two, and disadvantage the lower of the two.
All right.
And if it's regular, you just ignore the second number.
Yeah, just
Yep.
focus on the first.
So we'll take the 11.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah. There's a man and a boy, and pretty redhead came through. I don't know. Must have been a week ago now.
I'll elbow Krub and be like, I wonder if that's the same redhead I saw. She had a stick. What else did she look like? I can't.
I don't know. She's kind of kept to herself. The man, he was not in a good way. He was having a hard time in life, and she brought him in here for something kind of calm him down a little.
Oh, what did they order?
Beer. He just motions to the back of the bar, and it's just all beer.
My kind of place.
Local lifts his mug up.
So George looks at the guy who said he saw her yesterday. You said you saw her yesterday. Is that man and the kid still with him?
What?
You just said you saw that pretty redhead yesterday.
I saw a redhead yesterday. I don't remember a stick.
She was tall and pretty, not, well dressed or well kept, but pretty, and had a long stick with her, like a what do they call it? Spear. That's what they call those things.
George, you're seeming to remember more than I remember now.
Well, okay. Sorry, partner. She didn't say a whole lot. She just brought her, I don't know, looked like some sort of friend in who was having a bad day, and they got a beer. They were here for, I don't know, half hour and then left. Kid was a good kid, though. Real quiet. Just kind of sat there.
Didn't say anything, that kid? That's a
Kid in
shock.
your bar?
It was the middle of the day.
Kid's got to be somewhere.
They're paying customers, I guess, hey? Kaz
Yeah.
will kind of jingle his coin purse a bit.
George, if we were to get a room around here, what do you reckon would be a close place?
I'm sorry, I was typing. You say, I'm really sorry. Can you say it again, please?
George, where do you reckon one would get a room around here?
How many people?
3?
Well, probably not here. Probably go over the rut somewhere. There's a couple little boarding houses there. In fact, there's a new place to open called the Close Inn. Heard good things. Bartender, he's a distant friend of mine.
Oh, really? Good enough to get your new friends a discount?
Partner, you haven't paid me for what you got yet.
We haven't finished ordering yet, sir.
Okay.
Do my friend and I look like somebody who's only going to have one beer at your fine establishment?
I don't know. People who come in looking for information usually have one and leave once they get their information. So,
But depending on
Yes.
the quality of information, they pay for that beer very well.
well, I mean, told you what I know. It's a man, pretty redhead with a long spear, little kid. Actually, now that I think about it, the kid was kind of talkative and annoying. There was another regular here. Some sort of cat person. I don't know. I don't really associate with those types. But kept running over to the cat person, pulling on its tail. Wasn't very nice.
Well, that's a no-no. You don't do that to the kitty.
Oh my goodness.
Love it.
How'd they pay?
Mm.
Big coin?
Silver.
Small denomination? Silver? Very average of them.
Lady did tip well. She paid for everything.
Interesting. Anything
Yeah,
else
there
you could
was
think
there
of?
was a moment there where the guy was actually, no, he seemed like he's actually kind of crying.
Crying, you say? Any idea why?
Nah, they were sitting towards the back, and I was helping people up front mostly.
Oh, do you remember what they were wearing?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, the lady, she was just kind of in some mottled brown and green cloak. I mean, it wasn't anything fancy looking. The man and the child were just in kind of, grubby pants and shirts. The man did have kind of a bag he was carrying. It looked like it might have been some sort of luggage, but it wasn't fancy luggage by any stretch.
Didn't mention any places or names, dates, anything?
Oh, not not really. Just that something apparently really bad happened about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. That's why the man was here. Didn't hear what it was though.
Doesn't sound like very high-paying information. Nope. Herb.
Well, I sell beer. Information's a bonus.
Out of character, Cal. Did the news about the attack get around town yet or anything?
From South Lake.
Because I would think that Krub would put, if there was the news out, the 2 to 3 weeks might make him think they came from South Lake, based on the time.
That could be a similar timeline, yes.
Bartender comes back. So there's this guy I know that kind of knows some stuff, but he's not cheap.
Okay, and what does this guy that you know?
He knows a whole lot of things about a whole lot of people. Kind of a freelancer, though. Tell you what, wait right here. Bartender runs to the back and sticks his head out the back door. Hey, come in here. This homeless looking guy comes in. Very disheveled, very dirty, very smelly, but the brightest blue eyes you've probably ever seen. What can I do? You give me some beer, George? Beer? George looks at y'all. Are you gonna buy the man a beer?
Look at Herb. Yeah, I'll buy him a beer.
Krub will gesture to Kaz.
What gesture?
You keep getting my name wrong, motherfucker one.
I like to think it's part of his character doing it.
Maybe.
Except that Huma does that with everybody's character names.
It's true.
He's not the only one that's done that.
One of my flaws. Right, Aubrey?
Do you have that flaw for every character you play? Because I don't think you've ever called my character by its actual name. What was it that he always called Rolf?
Ralph.
Ralph. Yeah. And there was the time he called Edward Edgar.
Yeah, now I just call him Ed.
Hello, Jedi. Are you at work?
He is, and he can't talk.
Oh no.
They cut out his tongue.
And his fingers.
As the homeless guy sits down at the bar, Kaz will kind of cover his nose and be like, "Oh, what a smell!"
Are you here to smell me, or you want information for beer? Guzzles.
Depends on the information you have.
Try again with your investigation.
Cal, while they're inside, Lenora would like to just take a quick scout around and see if there's anybody else watching the building.
Okay. Through passive perception, there are people watching y'all. Probably more so than watching the building. You get the feeling that, just this awkward crew of metahumans isn't necessarily a common sight. So they're watching the Minotaur and the Goblin asking questions.
I meant outside.
Oh, outside, like, no, not necessarily.
Okay. Because Lenora hasn't gone inside yet. She's probably just hanging around outside. Found somewhere to sit and kind of look like she's watching the clouds passing overhead.
Out of curiosity, are goblins really that rare? Because isn't there a
Entire guild of them running the banks.
like right around the corner?
Doesn't mean that they're very common. The Goblin Guild that's here is definitely an establishment by the goblins. And probably a handful of the housing or whatever around that building has some goblins in it. But for the population of 100,000 people in Landing, the goblins probably number maybe 100.
Yeah, but aren't they seen about town here?
I mean, no, not really. The goblins are pretty much very focused on running what they have. They employ others to be the muscle and the hands to do their dirty business. Now, in Purgatory, there are more, but topside, not so much.
Okay.
Purgatory is kind of like a complete, smorgasbord of races. Everyone's free to be themselves, right? Pick your pronoun. It's kind of a dog eat dog environment as well, though. So, you take what you kill kind of mindset in Purgatory. Here, there's a lot more rules, and it means establishing business for things up here not necessarily as easy for metahumans. There are various pockets of, where the elves have kind of congregated, et cetera, et cetera. But for the goblins, very few. Probably nothing from a kobold perspective, topside. Few orcish, but that whole space, orcs, goblins, kobolds, etc., they're kind of seen as like not part of Landing at all. It's almost more of a newer element. And if you recall from one of your missions that you had with Major, you guys literally went out of town to go find a goblin spot of wild goblins and killed them. So it's not really seen as eagles from the topside and landing. Minotaurs, not as bad. Minotaurs, there are probably a couple hundred of them in landing. But that's mostly because they're just big and brutish and people are scared of them. Back to the scene.
Homeless guy lets out a big belch. That was good beer. Can I have another one?
First, you need some information. You said you know people.
Oh, yeah, I know people. I see people too.
Pretty redhead, a kid and a guy. Jog your memory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That guy, he was kind of different. He looked like he was trying to look like he was, you know, not fancy, but just the way he walked and he talked, he had some education, if you know what I'm saying.
I bet you're an expert, for sure.
I know some stuff. He seemed real sad and distraught, though. I don't know what happened. Something bad happened.
He's carrying some kind of a bag. Did it look like it was quite important to him?
I mean, it looked like it was most of what he owned.
Mhm.
There was, just a second here, I'm reading something. Seemed really distracted. Like to talk about, I don't know, old stuff, you know? But honestly, he seemed mostly concerned about his kid and whatever bad thing that happened that he was here to try and sort out.
What do you mean by old stuff?
Sorry, what'd you say?
What do you mean by old stuff?
I don't know. He had like a old book with him he was reading. It's a book on runes, I think. Actually, now that I mention that, I think they were looking for a rune shop. He was looking to try and get some component for something he was doing. I don't know.
Castle, snort. Magic user.
Is there anything else you can tell us?
You know, just when they left, they went that way. Points north. And I'll also tell you, there's a rune shop up there too. So might have been headed there.
You know the name of the rune shop?
Yeah, it's War Masters. It's follow up the street. I don't know. It's not quite to the center, but it's almost up that far. It's on the left.
War Masters? The college? That's the adventuring college. Has nothing to do with magic.
They got a bookstore there. Don't you think they got runes in the bookstore?
I would think they'd have it at the magic school.
Well, I guess if you don't want to go talk to them, there's always that sausage shop up there on that side street.
Sausage are magic.
The kid was hungry, so might have gone to get the kid some sausage.
Sounds like we gotta head up the road.
Sounds that way. George, how much do we owe you?
Silver apiece. That's 3.
Well, get our new friend here another beer, and here's 5 silver. Actually, Krub will leave a gold.
The local will see the gold drop on the table for the drinks. Oh, George. Big money, George. Big money, George.
You guys can come back whenever you want.
Thanks, George.
Thank you for your help, George. And both of you as well. And if you see that lady, try to find out what you can for us. We might be back.
See what I can do.
Always looking for more friends, you know?
Bartenders always want more friends. Says it kind of deadpans.
Krub will get up off of his stool, fall down to the ground, make his way to the door.
Kaz will kind of pick him up, land him on his feet again, and walk out the door ahead of him. Look around, see if anybody's still outside.
Is there anybody that looks out of place? Somebody roguish or mercenary-esque, Cal?
No, not really. I mean, you're near the docks, so you have a slightly higher amount of curious, piratey, thievery kind of individuals.
So, Krub, are you going to head to the War Masters? Or do you want to get the sausage?
Is Lenora outside here anywhere?
She would be down the road a bit, probably sitting on maybe some crates or something, cross-legged with her hands behind her to hold her up as she's looking up at the sky.
Would that be towards the grind or towards the north?
That's a good question. Probably north a little bit.
Okay. I'll probably walk to about this intersection here and stop. And, just keep walking past her without saying anything. Just kind of hang out there. Actually, I'd probably get to that intersection and then just go left a little bit and just wait there against the building out of sight from the road. Just in case anybody's tailing us, you know. Sneaky, sneaky.
Lenora will wait a bit to see if anybody exits the building to follow them.
Give me a perception roll. That you see.
Darn garbage rolls. Okay, after a while she'll get up and head down the road as well.
Alright.
So, Krub, we heading to the War Masters?
I say we wait for Lenora. She'll catch up to us in a bit, I'm sure.
She looked like she was trying to be sneaky. I'm not very sneaky.
That's why we walked ahead, to lure anybody out. We are the bait.
Glad you're the idea guy.
A rune shop. I don't know of any rune shops in town. We should ask around, because I doubt it was War Masters. But I guess it doesn't hurt to check.
Maybe we should talk to the sausage. Amazing sausages.
I mean, I suppose I am a little hungry. Or we can always go to Luke's Snacks, too. I hear that's popular in town.
That guy did say that they were talking about heading to get something to eat. I don't know. Sausages over donuts. I think the kid would have wanted donuts.
Do you make a compelling argument? Because I want a donut now.
Why not get both?
Both.
That is an excellent
Both is good.
response.
And that's why you're the heavy thinker, Lenora.
I wouldn't go that far. But
Coming up with the best idea today. So we have a potential lead, a rune shop.
Interesting. Well,
The old man with them had a book about runes, and they were looking for a component.
wonder how much Ken would know.
Ken would probably know exactly where to go. Because he's an old man with lots of experience in old man things like runes and shops.
And
He knows this town a lot better than I do.
he sells paper and ink. It might be something he might dabble in a bit.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot that Ken sells we're not aware of or privy to.
Bad dragon.
Oh God.
Is that canon now? Spar sells Bad Dragon related items out the back room.
It's definitely a backdoor activity.
Oh my gosh.
Where's the crew go?
Donuts. I guess
Yeah.
sausage first, then donuts, but definitely both.
Yeah, hit them up, see if maybe they noticed anything about a redhead and kid and the guy.
Okay. Heading up first to the sausage spot. This is almost like just a like a cart that you'd see on the side of the road, but it's been kind of like wheeled into a spot here in the grass, and some weeds have grown up alongside of it, and just those wheels don't turn much anymore. Along as you approach and get nearby, the smell of like just an alluring smell of, you're not really sure, is that bacon, is that gristle, is that pork, is that beef, could it be, oh, you don't really know. You can smell the salt. It's, oh, the closer you get to it, the more mouth-watering it becomes. And a stick of a individual lacking most teeth except the ones that protrude from his face will grin widely to you while wiggling a sausage-like meat substance on a stick. Hey! Are you guys here for my meats? You're here for the meats, aren't you? You're here for the meats.
I mean, would we be here for anything else?
Well, ma'am, I will let you know right now that I am, in fact, selling more than meat. But that's a little forward. I'm selling you meat. I would love to sell you my meat.
If I buy a sausage, would you tell me what else you sell?
Maybe it is directly related to the amount of meat that you take from me that I will share with you what else I sell.
And just how much would I have to spend to get the amount of meat that you would have to sell me to tell me what else you sell?
Puts a finger to the air. You can see him trying to do math. Pretty certain you can see hairs, a few that he has at the top of his head, still kind of wiggling slowly out of the pores and falling out as he thinks too hard. Make me an offer I would get really excited about.
Now, I was talking about money.
His jaw drops ever so slightly. I thought I was too, but
You asked for something you would get excited about. But anyway, let's go with 10 gold to start.
the start, that means there are more. Well, first off, 10 gold. That is a lot of meat. I would venture to say it's a good sizable chunk of meat. And I would absolutely love to hand you my meat. Here, have some meat. He'll start like handing random shish kebabs of meat on a stick to you, to Kaz, to Krub. Yeah, take my meat. Here, have some meat. Would you like some meat? You need some meat. What does it taste
Yeah.
like? You like it?
Kaz will take the meat and hand it to Krub.
Nom, 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 nom. Start biting into it.
I'm
Some
imagining,
sharp goblin teeth.
I'm imagining Krub being like Mikey likes it, and everybody just keeps handing him the meat, and then Krub's just like, oh god, I guess I'll have to eat this one too.
Mikey
just
will
have-
eat anything.
Meat in both hands, just Lunaga would be proud.
Mikey does eat anything.
Lenora will go ahead and lean on the side of the cart.
How you doing? He gives a wide smile and leans up against the cart as well, somewhat mimicking. Slides off the edge of the cart because it's covered in grease. Falls, stands back up, covers himself. Tries to look sly, but he really just looks awkward. What were we talking about?
We were talking about finding out what else he saw.
Cal, is there a menu anywhere around here that I could just see?
Anything else sitting on top of the cart?
Yeah. We're just expecting us to find out he sells fries too.
No, he in the clear, all you see are like meat on a stick. That's it. Just sausages and odd looking shapes of meat. You're not really sure what animal it might have come from on a stick. And he's got like a little like Weber grill kind of thing off the back of his cart that he's apparently grilling things up on. So little lady, I mostly deal in meat. I will deal in some rare and exotic meats as well. You cannot believe the stuff I get. Mostly it's from the zoo, but sometimes I get some stuff from O'Toole's, and it's only a day or two old. But a little bit of salt, just as good. Half the price too.
Well, that does sound rather interesting. I don't suppose you would be in the business of passing along information or maybe telling me the latest rumors you've heard. I love gossip.
Oh, girl, I know so much gossip. Everybody comes here to get my meat. I hear everything.
What's the latest one you've heard?
Well, one of the latest I've heard is so you know how that portal on the outside of the town
Mm-hmm. The one the
and people
newcomers
keep
come through?
yeah. Did you know it stopped working?
No way.
Yeah, way. It stopped working. Like a whole rock is gone. Just gone.
Like the entire thing.
Yeah. Just poof, gone.
How would you move such a thing?
Probably not with a cart like this. And he shakes his little cart. You're not laughing. Okay.
It was pretty funny. But
about the ruins.
getting there. Anyway, so, like, what's so special about the rocks that makes them work in the first place? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not a magic user. I mean, you want to ask those kind of questions, you got to go over that Anagata Davidika Loka, whatever university, or different magic places. Go to that rune shop around the corner.
There's a rune shop around the corner? That sounds interesting. What's the name of it?
Jasmine's.
Oh, and it's like real close?
Uh-huh. He wiggles a meat shish kebab towards you.
Well, that sounds rather interesting. Maybe I'll have to go check that out. Any other rumors? Oh, I have a better idea. I have an old friend, just got into town recently, kind of more of a rival sort of situation, if you know what I mean. Red hair, carries around some, I don't know, silly stick. The guys say she's really pretty, but whatever. I don't suppose you've seen her walking around, have you?
Um, phew, um, hot looking redhead. Yeah, I did actually. Um, came here, oddly enough, bought a sausage, and she had a whole like gaggle of people following her.
Ugh,
I
of
don't really
course
know
she
anything
did.
about that, but yeah, I mean, I'd almost say like she had followers. Kind of creepy chick. Damn hot. Just eyes just look through you. It's like she saw something in me. I don't know.
Lenora will just kind of roll her eyes and cross her arms, acting like she's jealous. Yeah, well, she does enjoy getting a lot of attention. She didn't happen to say where she's staying, did she? I'd love to catch up with her, maybe poke fun at her a little bit.
Oh, I no, I I would have loved to have followed her home, but I don't know where she went.
Well,
She definitely seemed to be one of those kind of magic spell, caster freaky types. So maybe you need to go down that path.
alright, well, if you happen to see her again and I swing by, just let me know. In the meantime, thanks for feeding the boys, and she'll hand him 10 gold.
He just stares at the gold, slowly bites on each one of them with his two teeth that connect.
Bye! And she's gonna get up off the cart and start walking out of the park.
All right.
Gaz will follow.
Follow.
Well, now that you two have full bellies, I believe we're looking for a place called Jasmine's.
Just about then, you will run into Angelo, who is trotting down the road.
Krub will hold out a handful of sausages on sticks to him.
Did you find them on sale? And how long have you had them?
I just got them over there. Thanks for the job.
He'll take one.
I did a little palm greasing, got some snacks in the process. I don't know how long ago they were cooked, but we did just get them. Anyway, we're looking for a rune shop. Have you seen one around anywhere? It's supposed to be nearby.
Has he passed something that he would recognize as a shop? Yeah. We probably would have met him around here, I'm guessing. That's it.
Alright. Where is Lenora leading them to?
Well, she didn't necessarily ask specifics. He did say just around the corner. So she's going to be walking around the street here and trying to figure out if she can find that shop. Or maybe ask people in the area.
Okay. Spending maybe an hour of random chat with local yokels. Someone will point out there's a small little like back alley place over there called Jasmine's.
Perfect. Thank you very much. She will head over that way.
Are you going to need some company?
Maybe. Unless you guys want to do the talking this time.
I don't know. I'm a terrible investigator.
Maybe we'll let Angelo and Lenora handle this one.
Have you seen Snuks?
Last I saw him, he was over by the gate, begging for money. Something tells me he had an idea of another lead.
Kaz will kind of look around for random baubles of cloth together.
I thought you said he was going somewhere.
Would we like to jump to Snuks?
Snuks is over here, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was watching Agata Vida.
Snuks with us.
I don't think he went far.
I'm talking about the player!
I know. I got a fear he was listening to us.
Meanwhile, back in Agata Vida, Snuks is sitting in front panhandling. He has collected a whopping 3 copper. Of those 3 copper, all 3 were for please get off my front porch of my business. Otherwise, not from pretty much anyone else.
Alright then. Angelo?
And back to Lenore.
Angelo, you want to head inside with me, or did you have somewhere you were off to?
Sure. Oh, title.
Sorry, say
What was
again?
that I missed it?
Can you guys hear me?
You cut out there halfway through.
Oh. I said yes. You'll tag along.
Alright. She will head up to the shop, glance back at Krub and Kaz. By the way, I expect a date from at least one of you to pay back for that meat. And then she'll head inside.
Kaz will look at Krub and be like, I didn't eat anything.
It was your idea, though.
And Kaz will just kind of hang out on the corner here, just watching the front door, listening to Krub chew.
So who's going in?
Lenora and Angelo.
This is a kind of a small, maybe 10 to 15 feet in width total, hexagon-shaped building. The door facing towards the main road, but it is seated back a bit, kind of like a down an alleyway a little bit. So it's what made it a little difficult to find this place. It's very unique. Upon arriving, the doorway has no door, um, but has a series of just runes with shapes and whatnot all around the doorway that you have no idea what the hell that means. And within are a series of different crystals, various books, and lots of oddly shaped metallic objects within the room.
That's interesting.
Hey, what you all doing here? What you want?
Hi there. So I was talking to this guy earlier today, and he mentioned something about some rumor he had heard, and I was kind of directed in this way. I'm just trying to find out, like, is it really true?
Well, we sell supplies here, not rumors.
Oh, so you wouldn't know anything about the missing stone at that gate thing?
Well, I might know something about that, but that's something different. That's like classified city business.
Oh, but it's like magic stuff, right?
So this woman is rather large. She comes through the doorway and has to like kind of step through it in elements because she can't just walk right through it. She's too big. And said, "What, young lady? What do you know about runes? Do you know anything about runes?"
Well, no, which was kind of one of the reasons for coming here. I'm kind of interested in learning about the various bits of magic stuff. I have no innate ability myself.
Okay, well, I mean, if you don't got it, then you're gonna struggle, like infinitely. So there's the college. They might be able to teach you something, but I mean, what do you want to buy?
Well, I mean, like, I didn't know what kind of stuff runes were. Is it just like writing on paper? Is it like a special thing that you have to have with you that you put on something else? Like, I don't get it.
Honey, you did not just ask me what time it was. You asked me how to build a precision timepiece. I can't really just answer that in a short conversation.
Okay, fine. Look, I'm looking for an old friend of mine, and I was told she may be looking for rune stuff. So I was just kind of looking around to see if maybe she was here or not. So this old friend of mine, I guess, has gotten into town recently. I heard from another friend of ours, and it's kind of like one of those frenemy things. Do you know what a frenemy is?
Yeah. What does she do?
Well, she stole a guy from me years ago. But anyway,
Oh, well, she was here with a guy.
was she really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been here a lot.
Is that so? I wonder if it's the same guy. What does he look like?
Give me a second here. I don't know. Average height, light skin, dark brownish hair. He's wearing like, cheap traveling clothes, but they don't really. That's not him. He's trying to hide what he's, actually is.
Hmm.
He a good customer though, but you want to know about her. What do you want to know about her?
Well, I was just trying to figure out where I could find her. Like, everywhere I go that I've been told that she's been there, I can't find her there. And nobody seems to have any information to help me find her. I would like to actually get a chance to, sit down, chat, so we can get past this whole thing that we've had in the past.
Well, I don't know where she go, but I mean, she and that guy come in a couple times a week for the last, I don't know, week. week and a half, maybe something like that. I mean, if you give me contact information, I can pass it along to her. She can find you.
Well,
Or if you'd rather, I can just, I don't know how I get a hold of you to tell her when she's here.
you know what? It's fine. I'd kind of like to do a surprise thing for her, but it's fine. I'll check back in again with you later. Maybe I can catch her or something. You say she's in like a couple times a week?
Yeah. Hang on just a second. I got an idea. Give me just a minute.
Uh-huh.
She wiggles her way back to the back door. She comes back holding something. She's like, okay. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let me see. She takes a gold piece that doesn't look like anything special, but she just takes a gold piece and sits it on a little thing she's got over in the corner and kind of waves her hands over it. And she's like, huh. Well, that's interesting. So this is a gold piece she gave me for some stuff they bought yesterday. I know it's the one they gave me because, well, I don't get that many gold pieces. But normally I can figure out where somebody's at using this little gizmo here, but it's not working. So, well,
Shoot.
let me tell you what. They did say something about they come back today. So, I don't know. You guys just want to hang around, or what do you want to do? See if they come back.
They give you like a time, like afternoon, evening, or anything like that?
They usually stop by. I mean, every time they stop by, it's, early to mid-afternoon.
Okay. Well, I'll check in a little later then. I do have a couple things I need to get done, but I thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, you be good now. You get a good drop on that friend of me of yours.
Oh, I'll be sure to. Bye. She will kind of grab Angelo by the arm and head out.
He'll stumble his way to the next door.
No, Kaz. The orange ones are clearly the better ones.
Cats, just look at him. You realize minotaurs are colorblind, right?
I did not. But how can you not taste the orange?
To me, it's an orange, not a color.
She will proceed to walk past the two of them, basically dragging Angelo along as she loudly complains. I can't believe that woman is still walking around with him, pops into here 2 times a week. Who does she think she is?
Jealous much?
Well, duh. Every time we talk to somebody, oh, she's so hot, she's so good looking. Please.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen her, but maybe she is.
She'll quiet down after they get past the two of them and just kind of continue down the road a little bit back toward the park area. Well, I'm sure she is. That was the whole reason, to bring it up. Hopefully those two knuckleheads figured out what we were trying to say.
I kind of like to think we were still arguing about the orange.
No, I stopped listening. Or stopped to listen. Guys, I think she's trying to say we should stay here and keep a low profile.
Low profile. You want me to watch the back then?
I mean, can you limbo?
Just look at him like, are you fucking kidding me? I'll go see if there's a back door. I'll watch the back. You stay in the front.
Is there like a alleyway across the street over here, Cal? I don't really know which building it's supposed to be.
It. Hold on a second. It's in the way.
This octagon stop sign shaped one.
Yeah, it's a little hexagon-shaped building.
Okay.
As far as a, you talking about across the street? You want to find a little spot to watch from across the street?
Yeah. Some place that I won't look out of place.
Okay, that's doable.
Also, once we get a little further away from the road, into the park, kind of in the corner there, I'm going to try to catch Angelo up on what information that we currently have.
I am going to zoom in on a part of the world map here to give better perspective, but I'm in the middle of setting it up, so
Smoke them if you got them.
I'm going to put you all down right here. Snuks still with us or gone?
I think he's dead.
All right, Snuks went for a walk. And it is the four of you, yes?
Correct.
All right. Feel free to put yourself wherever you like.
I think
Back
Cass
to
and I
the
were.
to the right, top right is heading back out towards the main road.
Top right up heads towards the main road. Okay.
Yeah. So that road there you see that kind of comes from the top right down a little bit and exits to the right, that's the main road.
Okay. The main entrance is like Whiskey said, just up front here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just kind of walk around the back. Is there kind of a back entrance?
Before you do, I wanted to talk with Kaz first. Kaz, if you see them, don't whistle. We just gotta follow them, see where they're going. We gotta be sneaky.
Alright. I like it. We don't want anything to happen here. We want to set up the place.
Wait, we're not gonna do anything. Remember, she sees the future, so we don't act. We don't act, nothing happens. She don't see it.
I'll try. I'll watch the back.
I'll be south of the main entrance. Just kind of hanging out near that fence.
As I walk around back, Caldo, is there any kind of backdoor exits in the building?
No. There's no back doors. In fact, this whole back area here just seems devoid of any doors. There's no place to go from. It's like the backside of various buildings, what have you. Most are blocked off or, just not really any doors back here. So it's like you see some barrels and random things that people have stored back here and it's out of the way.
I just kind of want to check the ground, make sure that there's no like foot traffics kind of.
All right. How would you like to check it?
I just kind of walk along the building here as I come to the back and just see if there's like worn tiles or anything like walking away from the building, say like a secret door or something. Kind of a ruined building. I'm sure they've got something set up in the back, I'm thinking.
Okay. Do you have a tracking skill?
No tracking. I got keen sense sight.
It's a little more like specifically looking for an object of some sort. Not really recognizing the pattern per se. If you'd like to do just an overall perception roll, We ain't found shit.
I continue walking in, and I'll still just kind of keep watching the back here, like I told Krub.
Okay.
Probably best that the monstrous creature kind of thing looking hides out of the way.
I just now realized I'm still doing the music or the sound of the waves lapping.
I've had to go to the bathroom twice for that.
I wasn't even paying attention to it, and then it just dawned on me like, that's inappropriate. I need to shut that down. That said, there is the sound of lightning or crackling in this area, and the sound of a pop.
Direction coming from the building?
Off the wall in that corner, there's kind of a crack of lightning, and a woman just steps out of the wall.
Everything just clicked into place in my brain.
Uh-oh.
I see everything clearly now.
And she will just kind of walk out of the wall and proceed to head towards the front of Jasmine's.
Was Kaz able to see her, or was it kind of around a corner, a bunch of shit in the way?
No, you saw it. From where you're at, where others are at, everyone would see it, except for, I'm assuming, Krub, because he's down here. But you would have all heard it.
Be looking that way.
Lenora will look over at Angelo. Oh, well, that was rather fancy. Amazing what these magic people do around here.
Certainly use a portrait. So
What does this person look like, Kitty?
Well, she's wearing a mottled green and brown cloak. Has a spear she's just kind of using as a walking stick. She walks with purpose and confidence, but no flash. She doesn't. I mean, she's not dirty by any stretch, but she makes no effort to improve her appearance. But yeah, if she tried, she could do pretty well in that department. We'll just put it that way. She comes out. She just starts walking. Well, assuming y'all see her.
I saw where she come out. Do I have time, Cal, to kind of walk down there and check out where she appeared in?
Yes. At the spot that I highlighted prior, over here on this wall.
Mm-hmm. Nothing
there.
kind of out of the ordinary. Just probably burnt ground.
No, neither of that. No burnt ground, nothing. She portaled through the wall.
Kaz will kind of just look around the ground and kind of pretend to be like amazed and just look back at her and just look at the ground and just kind of hang out here and kind of keep a watch on her out of the corner of his eye peripheral. Pretending just to be amazed that she was able to puff into that spot.
Anyway, so like I was saying, I mean, it must be nice to be able to just magic yourself wherever you want to go. But so the other night at the bar, there was this poor mage. Oh my goodness, completely lost and out of place.
this is relevant now?
Not really.
Shouldn't we be following Little Miss Redhead? I'm gonna follow Lotimus ready.
Okay.
Once she loses sight, once Kaz loses sight of her, he'll look over at Lenora and just kind of head back towards her.
Cal, is she stopped up there, or is that just...
She's off map, so she's
Okay.
just walking off.
I would follow from a distance.
Okay.
Should we head up the street? Last I saw, she was going down that way. Maybe we should stay on this side and keep heading.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, because something tells me those two are being extremely obvious, and if she can see what's going to happen, I don't think this is going to go well for most of us, especially if she could just pop through walls.
Yeah, there's nothing over there. I don't know what she did.
I don't either.
Cal,
I
can
don't know magic.
you describe what's going on here? Because
Um,
obviously, I feel like
Kitty's
she's...
just confusing all of you by literally dragging this token all over the fucking place. That's what Kitty's doing, and that's what's described.
Because she came out and she went and did her business and she noticed you and didn't care.
Yeah, she's walking down city streets and landing. So we will,
She
in a
stops
moment,
by
move away.
Jasmine's and picks something up, and then she goes to the sausage trailer and sees that it's mostly bought out and disgustedly takes what he's got left and circles back around and comes back.
All of this within a span of maybe 30 minutes.
Although if y'all are just standing there at those choke points, she's probably not going to come back that way.
I was gonna follow, but I was trying to understand if she was like casually walking around like the block here to see if anybody was following
Tailing
her.
her.
Yeah, like being super obvious about it, since it's not like we're gonna be very stealthy here.
Okay, so since Krub's just standing there, she just walks up to him, says, "Hey, you're new around here. What are you doing?"
Join the day. I mean, until that thunder happened, you think it's gonna rain?
She looks at the sky and says, "No, don't think so." And just starts walking past you.
Well, you want some of these meat sticks? I got some extras.
Oh, so you're the one who cleaned him out. Nah, I'm good.
But, you know, like Dibbler's Nibbles? Crazy.
She just kind of sighs and motions to the half dozen that she has.
Okay, out of character. Why do we need to kill her? She's clearly gonna die from all that food. There's
But
no
you
way she
remember-
doesn't. There's no way she doesn't get food poisoning from whatever he had left over.
Kaz will tell Lenora to follow him back towards where the lightning was.
Kaz, I believe if she came that way, she's going to leave that way. We should not be around here.
We might not get another chance.
As is real quick, stop moving.
Sorry.
You guys, some of you are moving your tokens, some of you aren't. You're having conversations where you're not even close to each other.
Didn't realize he had
Either-
moved all the way across the screen.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I just said to follow me. But I can go back to where she's at there.
No, because I have people to move too. Lenora, move across if you're going to follow.
We'll just pretend like we're curious as to what happened here. I don't know if we're going to get another chance.
Okay, Kaz and Lenora, can you do perception against a stealth for me, please?
Why are we all rolling like trash tonight?
Holy crap, right? Are we in roll 20? What's going on?
Mhm.
Okay, well, out of character, you know that she stopped right where she's at and was peeking around the corner to see if anyone was around her spot. And you don't see her, but she sees you. And yeah,
Kaz is kind of looking around like he's just confused and pointing at the spot to Lenora and be like, just kind of pointing like, something happened. Did you see what happened here?
I'm telling you, magic users can do all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, it was a lot of noise, so it's not like it was a silent entrance, but
Kaz will
still.
just be like pretending to wave around, trying to see if he can touch anything in front where the lightning and where everything he saw was, pretending to be like a doofus.
Are you see the marking on the symbol, right?
Yeah, I see it there.
So you're doing it to that square, and
Yeah, just like pretending like he's amazed that something happened here, but yet can't figure out why it happened, just pretending. So if she does come up, he's just going to be more concentrated on this spot.
What are you doing there, Kitty? Are you, like, making it obvious that you're listening to them?
Well, that throws the question. Kitty described something that on one hand says that he's stealthing, and on another hand, you wouldn't know if he could see you or not if he's in stealth. So
well, that's just it. Like I'm thinking in my head that she's got to come back to this spot, so I'm just.
Yeah, well, at this point, she's clocked that there's a bunch of weird people around that are acting weirdly, and her spidey sense has gone off. So basically, what she's doing right now is she's trying to figure out how to get back out to her portal and deal with the threat if it ends up being a threat.
Okay, but real quick, you're an NPC and not a player character, so don't share that shit. They can figure that out. The for Kaz, you'll get advantage for a perception roll if you're trying to focus on just that area.
You just flew across the map there, Kitty.
I can't make her invisible, so.
Well, I was behind you, following you. Like, you were here.
You missed the perception. She disappeared. You failed on this perception.
How did I fail? I was literally, like, how far away here? Watching her? Like, she's standing in the open.
If you would like to see the path that she took.
Well, I'm just curious how he or she can stealth when I'm staring at her and she's in the open.
She's focused on Kaz and Lenora, not you at this point, because you're behind her.
Then I would continue following at my pace I've been following.
Yeah, Angelo might spot her when she cuts across there.
But you kind of get the idea of what Kaz is trying to do, though. Hey, Cal, just buying time until maybe she returns. And if she does return, just...
Okay, hold there, Krub, please. At this point, she spots that she's definitely being followed, and she's going to do something right here.
Well, hold on. If you'd all like to roll initiative on the encounter tab, please. Or I can do it for everybody if you'd like.
And I'm still rolling like garbage.
That's okay. You can roll garbage now, but when we're fighting, you need good rolls.
Jeannie? Okay, go to the second tab and you'll find a little initiative thing. You can click the icon of the dice.
It's the fist icon. Second icon from the left. Next to chat.
So, going back a step. I was asking everyone to do initiative so I could have initiative figured out before things started. And then with that, I highlighted that because this is all predicated on something that Jeannie was doing in what have you. Jeannie actually has the first action. So what is Jeannie doing?
Okay, so Jeannie steps out here.
Okay.
And she clearly has a glowing light in her hand and says to Krub, I don't know what you're doing, but if you don't leave right now, this is going to go very badly for you.
Can I respond?
Yes.
Wow, lady, I wanted to buy your sausages.
Uh-huh. And what about your 3 other friends?
What friends? I just want the sausages. I'll pay you for them. I'm hungry. They're delicious. Never had anything like this.
Okay.
You said you had a dozen of them. They were just in your hand. I didn't see you eating them. I would.
You want to do a deception?
I do.
I do.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Well, that's hilarious. Okay.
You are
So,
deceived.
yeah, the spell fizzles. She's like, no, I don't want to sell you my sausages. You make me nervous. Just
Oh, I'm sorry.
go over that way.
Is it because I'm a goblin?
I don't judge people based on their race.
Said I should be. I mean, we just met. I saw you. I wanted to ask you about the sausage, and then you do the glowy ball thing. I don't even know if that explodes everything. And fine, it's because I'm a goblin.
It's not because you're a goblin. But
That's,
anyway, I'm going this way. If you don't know any other people, then fine. Just
well, and he'll just start yelling at this point. Whatever, lady. Just I'm leaving. Don't splody thing me with your magics.
Kaz is, if you're looking around the corner, Kaz is just kind of pointing to the spot, talking to Lenora, just trying to figure out how this all happened.
okay. So at this point, yeah, type into your account.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to make something work here.
Given the yelling that Krub did, I would assume that. Okay.
If it matters, I was trying to be obvious to the two back there.
The one thing I don't like about this is it's hard to tell what is rolled to just the GM versus not.
Yeah, so that's what she's planning on doing in that area.
Okay. Right. So, Lenora and Kaz, please give me a Constitution saving throw. The area that you're in begins to darken. Not just begins, it like instantaneously goes dark. And you will hear just north of you somebody begin to or not, again not begin, somebody yells out an incantation.
You said Constitution, yes?
Correct. Constitution save. What is your... I believe both of those fail. Let me look real quick, Kitty.
Yeah, those both fail.
Yeah. Okay. Where is that spot again? All right. So you see where this little thing is? I'm going to go ahead and draw it. Like that, pretty much.
Yep, I think that's about right.
What does that look like from the outside in?
So that whole spot, effectively a dark or a black hole appears in the center, and all light and all the items in that area become sucked to the center of what could be perceived as a black hole of crushing force. For the two of you, please roll 5d10 damage. And then we're starting combat round.
Oh, oops.
That's like the best low damage roll I've ever seen.
That's an amazingly low roll, yes.
Now my crap rolls are good.
Oh, you want this one to be low.
Yeah.
I know.
So
That's what I'm saying.
that's the damage y'all take.
Okay.
You also will appear pretty much like that. Sucked to the center spot. Mhm.
Oh, it is just an instantaneous thing, right? It just happens and then it's done. It's not like the black hole hangs around and
Correct. It just blinks, sucks them in, you all smack together. And that's it.
So we heard the direction up north there of coming at us, right? The incantation.
Yeah, she is not in stealth now. There, you see her, you know she's there, etc. Angelo, Pringle, you with us?
I assume that was loud.
Oh yeah. You'll hear the sounds of barrels and things in that area being yanked together. Probably a chunk of her building is now not part of her building.
okay. Jeannie pops her head around the corner, says, "This is your last chance. You need to get out of this area now, and I better never see you again." And ends her turn.
Okay. I'll end your turn for you.
So being pissed off about getting hit with a magic spell and assuming it came from her and getting yelled at her, Taz will use his dash action and charge at her. And then I'll use Goring Rush on her. I believe my horn damage is 1d4. I was just trying to look for it here real quick. But
That's a good question.
right, I was trying to look for it there real quick. Just says you can make a melee attack with your horns as a bonus action. But it doesn't really say what the damage of the horns are. I think it's an unarmed attack.
Gore on a Minotaur is a 2d8 plus 4, or otherwise really a 1d20 plus 6 to hit. It's 2d8 plus 4 damage. 4 based on strength, by the way. So 2d8 plus strength modifier.
Sorry, what was that, Cal?
2d8 plus strength mod. That's the damage. But you got a hit, and it's a 1, d20 in your attack roll for melee. That would be a miss.
So close. So that was my bonus action and action. I will use extra attack and swing at her with my maul.
Does a 17 hit you?
Does not hit.
Whoosh! I swing in a circle and miss. And that'll end my turn.
Lenora will brush herself off and look over at the woman. Excuse me, we can't just stand around? Sorry if my friend was intrigued by your little magic spells. Now you've gone and pissed him off. She's going to take several steps forward, but she's going to move forward first. She's not going to make any sort of attack, but she is going to move into a defensive stance and take the dodge action for now.
Okay. I'm leaving the marker for where that spell did damage only to note where the damage was left. Nothing else is there, by the way.
Okay, yeah, he said it was instantaneous done.
Yeah. Angelo? By the way, for when Angelo kicks off here, this will be one full round after the sound of explosion or whatever. And you will hear off in the distance somewhere a whistle begins to blow. Pringle, you with us?
Yep. Rolling stealth. Creeping along this wall behind her, staying in the shop.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Krub.
Counting. Well then.
That's 50 feet. How far can you move?
60 for dash.
So you can 2 more.
I think there.
Did it? Oh,
That's
you and your fanciness.
I'm just checking this thing out. It's actually pretty nice.
What are you doing? Hitting shift and click?
Control.
Control.
You hit the points and it will count out the whole thing.
Oh, so wherever you want like the 90 to happen, hit control of that spot and then move the mouse again?
Yep.
Cool.
That's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Isn't
and
it?
Shows you the actual squares being moved potentially too.
Yeah, which makes it a lot easier to follow.
Okay, so she steps up a little bit and burning hands.
This is a dex save, correct?
Correct.
Okay, which means evasion comes into play for Lenora.
Nat 20. Nope, not quite.
DC is 15, so Lenora saved, which means she takes no damage.
I take half damage.
Yes.
So I think that ends up being 10. I'm trying to figure out how that math works. Just a second.
For what? The damage you did?
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out the difference between what it means on a hit and a crit, because there's not really a crit for this spell.
Ignore it. There wasn't. Yeah, I don't know why that would be there. But
Okay. I was trying to figure out if the crit meant you failed to save and the hit, but apparently not. So that's cool. So we'll just use the hit for the standard damage then. So half of that, so you got 10.
crazy.
The crit thing was doing it for my daggers too. I tested it earlier when we started tonight. So it should just be 10 for Kaz.
Okay, and there's one other thing she's gonna do. I gotta look at it though real quick.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That is very cool. Looks like
What's
a
that?
crossbow too.
Oh, that's
Well,
nifty.
The area effect, when you click it, you can do that. And it actually will
Show you the squares.
show you the
Cool.
squares that are hit. And then you can select, I think, all the red square. Do you guys see any of these red square stuff or is that GM only?
Let's see if
I
I
just
see the purple.
All right, hold on.
I'm curious why it doesn't hit the side ones.
Do you guys see that? What I just posted in game notes? Or is that GM?
I see nothing. The only thing in red I see is his hit point thing.
Yeah, no, I don't see that, Cal.
Okay. So it looks like I could select people. Like before you did your damage, right? I could select it and I could click those little buttons to apply the damage to you. So you don't have to do your damage to yourself. I can
Manually take our life hit points away, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, then the last bit she's gonna do is Misty Step.
You moved a tile, didn't you?
Yeah, he moved up one.
Yeah.
Moved 5 foot. Oh, that's right. 5e doesn't do 5-foot adjustments.
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind.
No Misty.
That's it. She's done then.
So as a bonus action, I'll use Second Wind. You'll hear a big roar and just kind of raise his head up to the sky and just kind of piss straight off.
Misty Step is a bonus action. You didn't use your bonus action, did you?
No, but when you move and take a full or an attack action, you don't get a bonus though, right?
If it's
I think you do.
Okay, I'm not that up on 5e, so she would Misty Step back if she can, but if she can't, she can't.
I think she can.
You get your movement, you get your action, and you get your bonus action.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So where would she
Yeah,
bonus
we can
to?
move it back.
Right there. I think that's 30 feet. Maybe up one.
Okay. As losing your time.
Oh, sorry, I was waiting for that to go. So I'll gain 14 health. Were you doing something, Cal?
No, did you gain it?
No, I didn't yet. I was just going to move and then do it after.
That's fine.
And he will swing at her again with the maul, pissed off and just rage in his eyes.
That hits.
Yep.
Let me try something real quick. If I select Jean and I do this, so I see two parts. I see which is the damage on this? 17?
Yeah, it'd be 17. It's not a crit.
Huma, do you add your strength bonus to that d4? Or is it just the D4? Because you got your strength on it right now.
It's brute force.
If it's his weapon, it should have his strength.
What's the subclass feature, I think, that's adding the D4?
It's a brute force. Like,
Oh, I see what you mean. So the 2d6 should have the strength, the d4 probably not.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I don't know what your subclass thing. I just remember you.
No, it
Mentioned
didn't
it
have the
earlier.
strength. It's just a regular 1d4 plus.
so it's not
12.
17, it's
So yeah, take away the 5.
12. So gain 5 back there. Kidding.
And then on that swing, I'll use a second attack on kind of like a back swing, just front swing and then the back swing again with them all. And swing and a miss.
Kitty, you gain back your 5.
I will.
As he misses, he'll just look at her and just kind of fucking snort, just like anger, just. And in my turn.
All right.
Lenora's going to move up and try to kind of hold her hand out toward Kaz. Look, lady, I don't know what you're doing, but if you don't stop attacking us, I'm going to call the guards. Look, calm down. I know she hit you, but just, back up a bit, okay? I don't know what your problem is, lady, but you better knock it off. She's going to take another defensive stance and take the dodge action again.
Are you trying to intimidate her or deceive her, or are you trying to influence her?
I guess at this point it would be intimidation.
Okay.
Would you like a roll?
Uh-huh. The intention here is you're not attacking and you're trying to get her to back off from combat. Yes?
Or, push her to continue, whichever.
Okay. Saying
What's the opposed on that?
that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would be opposed to an intimidate check.
Wisdom save, maybe?
Target's modified level check, which is 1d20 plus the character level or hit dice, plus the target's wisdom bonus, if any. So 1d20 plus level plus wisdom bonus. Go ahead and GM roll that to me if you'd like.
Well, I'm trying, but okay, I'll just do it this way. So add 7 to this. Or that's not going to work either. Good grief.
Did you roll that to me or to everybody?
Everybody.
I
Everybody.
have successfully rolled it. Oh, you see a roll? I didn't actually even see it.
Yeah, well, based on below, if you select the drop down for the type of roll, it will go to everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
public
didn't
roll.
even see it. Okay, so what was it?
You crit failed.
I was going to say,
Kind of
it wasn't good,
It wasn't very good.
but it's making things interesting.
Because I seriously, it didn't. The only thing I see is her intimidation roll, and I don't even see the other one. It's not even there.
I don't know if you can scroll up and down on the chat, but
I'm scrolled all the way. I don't know. Maybe because I rolled a 1.
that's what you rolled.
I sent you a screenshot.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
So what is
Oh, is that
what does
Plus
Jeannie
12
do?
mod and still only got a 13.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess well, it's not Jeannie's turn yet. When it's Jeannie's turn, I think I know what she'll do.
Lenora, anything else?
Not yet. But like I said, she's gonna take the dodge action for a minute. Or for this turn, I should say.
She's engaged with the two of them, so sneak attack this year. Yes, no, maybe.
You're doing what?
Then she's engaged with the other two right next to her. Sneak attack applies here, right? Was it something I said?
No, you did your stealth, right? So you're in stealth right now.
Yes.
Right.
So
Sneak attack.
I'm not asking about stealth. I'm asking about sneak attack. And no one's saying anything. What's going on here?
I'm looking something up. I'm just mildly confused about why you're asking that. Sneak attack has to do with whether or not you have advantage on the attack roll.
And he has 2 of his allies currently engaged with his target.
Yeah, and you don't need advantage if another enemy is within target is in 5 feet of it.
I think that's what he's asking, if he gets sneak attack.
So the
because
answer
they're
to
there.
my question is yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So I don't think that's how sneak attack works. So I think it's if you have or would have advantage on the attack, you deal an extra d6.
At our level, it's 46.
Yeah,
And he
yeah, for
doesn't
7, yeah, it's 4d6. Yep.
But he doesn't need the advantage, because if allies are within 5
Flanked.
feet, you're considered distracted.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
Tago's the attacker, right?
Correct.
So yes.
Was that a yes, Kitty, or
Yes.
okay?
If Tago's the attacker, that's a hit.
+14 +8. Kind of rolled this backwards, but whatever. He dashes up to her and plunges into her back.
Well, her bar appears to not be going down, but her hit points are going down.
They can't see your bar. Only you can.
Okay.
And
Does cunning action give him a bonus action, or is that done? You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take a dash, disengage, or hide action.
yes, you should be able to disengage and do that. Yes.
Movement there.
Okay. Before we move forward, give me a second. Okay, Krub.
Okay. Oh, wait, is it Krub or is it Jeannie?
Jeannie's up next on deck.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Krub right now. Yeah. How are you doing? You must be doing something with your character sheet. It's moving all over the place.
Oh, the cursor? Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to open and close windows.
I was like, what in the heck are you?
I
Just move your
opened-
character already.
Well, no, I opened my character and I rolled stealth, and then I measured things out and did the thing. But like, my cursor gets stuck sometimes, so I have to like click away and then click back to the character. Like it gets stuck on the mouse.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, my computer's totally freaking out. I'm gonna have to reboot. I'll be right back.
He's very angry.
Very grumpy man, sir.
Hey, grumpy man syndrome. I'm almost hangry because I didn't get to eat what I wanted to eat. Maybe that's my problem.
What did you want?
You or your tune?
It's my tune. It's seafood.
Okay.
Minotaurs eat seafood.
So why didn't you eat seafood?
Because he didn't have any there. He had sausages. And there's an off chance that there might be beef in the sausages. No go.
I didn't think about that. I apologize.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'll be honest. I
Didn't
don't
think
think
of-
there's any beef in there.
Okay, so is Jeannie up then? Is that where we're at?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, so all Krub did was come up then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
stealth.
went into stealth.
So having just been intimidated by this little person who ran up and said, "Hey, why are you being an asshole?" Jeannie
then-
is
And then, by
Sorry?
the way, you immediately got backstabbed by somebody.
This is
yes,
true.
correct.
That would counter the intimidation, by the way. Hey, stop fighting us, whatever. And then a butt ton of damage.
Okay. So she'll Misty Step there. And then some folks are gonna have some not good days. Sorry, guys.
It's all fun.
Okay, that's not showing up. Should be Chain Lightning, Dex save 15. And you're really gonna want to make that save.
How many targets does this hit?
It hits the initial and then it branches, and I'm looking that up right now how that works.
3 bolts and leap from the target as many as 3 other targets, each of which must be within 30 feet of the first target.
Yep. Okay,
Target must
so
make a dex save throw.
yep, just shoot it at Kaz, and I'm not sure Krub would be a target because I'm not sure she even sees him yet.
Oh, he's in stealth. 24.
And if this is a dex... Well, does evasion count for this or no?
I think
Mm,
evasion is
yeah.
just non-specific, isn't it? Like
Right.
area effect, or is it?
It's about dex saves, basically.
Okay.
So you did say that it hits the initial target, so I wouldn't get a save then.
Well, I think you still make a save.
Just for like half the damage kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Target of your choice. You see the 3 bolts then leap from that target to as many as 3 others, each of which must be.
Yeah, I think everyone would get the opportunity to save.
Yeah, a target must make a dexterity save. Basically, you're still getting hit. There's no like, whatever. The dex save just reduces the amount of damage you're going to get, so everybody gets a dex save. The other thing too, as far as range plus all this, yeah, aside from passive perception, if you will, let me double check something.
If you have evasion, you take no damage on success and half if you fail.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming a 26 saves.
What was it?
15's the DC.
Okay, yeah, Jeannie does not see Krub from passive perception, by the way. So yeah, only 3 of them are hit. So Angelo, Lenora, and Kaz give me dexterity saves. See one from Lenora.
Doesn't Kenny dodge apply here?
Possibly, actually. Hold on. An attacker that you see hits you with an attack, which this is an attack. You can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Yeah, so the big asterisk there is if you've already used your reaction, which I don't think anybody has.
No. Well, actually, Angelo, you used your
Section.
bonus action, but not a reaction. So you didn't do any attacks of opportunity or anything that's worth. So I think you still have it. So basically, you get half anyways, and you could make your save and get half again.
That was a deck save.
Yes.
I think if he makes the save, he takes none.
Yeah, for evasion, you don't take any on a deck save. With a successful, sorry, deck
Does
save.
Angelo have evasion?
Evasion? No, uncanny dodge is the only thing I'm seeing on this list.
So he's getting half because I'm going to dodge, not evasion. What?
24.
Yeah, I think that saves.
Yes.
So is that none or half? Or quarter?
It's quarter, technically, because you get half from uncanny and half from making your save. So it's just a quarter of damage. So you get 11 damage.
I took the half damage already because I'm assuming the 20 saved because you said it was DC 15.
Yep.
What's the easiest way to apply damage on this?
Do you see your icon?
Yeah. Just right click and do -11 instead of 45?
Correct. In the box where it says 45 or your hit points, type in there -11, hit enter.
Sweet.
Jenny's done now, right?
Yep.
Kaz, after being hit by the lightning, is just kind of just riding out the shock and getting down to one knee and just looking even mad, still just as mad as hell, and rush towards her and continue his attacks because he is pissed. He swings, probably misses her. She dodges a little bit, and he'll take another attack at her. 16?
Miss.
Nope.
So then, yeah, he'll just fucking roar in her face and just continue being mad. And end his turn.
All right, lady, I warned you twice. She's going to move in. She's going to pull her tonfa out of her sash with the longer end going along her arm, and then she's going to take a swing across the lady's face with it.
Oh, going for the face.
Oh.
They keep saying you're pretty.
Ooh, shots fired.
Called shot, disadvantage. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Still missed
with that
one.
miss, she's going to flip the thing around so the longer end sticks out along the face, and this time she's going to take a swing down toward her knees.
Hit.
That one hits.
That's 5 damage. And since that one hit, I'm also going to spend a key point to make a stunning strike. Which needs a Constitution saving throw, please.
17.
Okay, she is not stunned. And is there a limit to how many key points I can spend per turn?
don't believe so.
Then I'll do another key point to take Flurry of Blows and hit her 2 more times with unarmed strikes. The first one would be a knee to her ribs.
I think both those take a bonus action, though, don't they?
It is my
The stunning
bonus
strike and the
action
flurry?
to do... Huh?
I think the
Oh, no, you're
flurry
right.
of
Never
blows
mind.
and the stunning
Ignore,
strike are
ignore.
both a
You're
bonus
fine.
action.
Thank you. I'm
all
still
good.
learning how to play.
Me too, do not worry.
I am double checking real quick though, hang on. It does not say bonus action. It says if you hit.
Flurry of blows. Immediately after you take an attack action on your turn, you can spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Right. We're double checking to see if stunning strike was a bonus action, but it does not say it is. It just says if you hit, you can spend a key point to make it a stunning strike. Am I reading that correctly?
I
Yeah.
think that you are.
I think you're right.
Okay. Then I am gonna go for the ribs with her knee.
With the flurry of blows.
Yeah, so
Keep
there's
saying
the first
flurry
one.
of blows. No, it's not
Oh,
flurry of blows. Woohoo! Kitty time. No,
Wait.
flurry.
Did
Yeah,
they pronounce your history, Cal?
That does hit, by the way.
That's another 8. And then she's gonna spin around and try to bring her elbow down to the back of the lady's neck. And probably
That one
whiff.
does not hit.
Okie dokie. That will be my turn.
Angelo. Pringle, you're Angelo.
I know. I'm reviewing my shit.
Oh.
What's the range of a short bow? I'm trying to find that one.
Beyond this map.
Fair enough.
Right?
Range on a short bow is 80 minimum, 320 max.
Never understood that.
Well, not minimum, but basically between 80 and 320.
15. 22. Rather. So I assume that hit.
Yes.
Nine.
Okay.
Damage noted.
What else?
Gonna move. Did that go too far?
Doesn't seem well. All right.
All right. He's moving up behind that barrel. Some sort of cover.
Krub.
Anytime now, Krub.
I had like 7 seconds to do something.
Yeah, right?
And a miss. These silly classes don't even have a second attack.
Puny
Peasant.
class.
Peasantry.
Okay. She is going to move back, take attacks of opportunity as appropriate, if desired. And she's moving further than that, by the way. But
Yeah, we'll settle the tax opportunity, I guess.
Yep.
Wing and a myth.
Okay, Lenora hits.
yep.
Kaz, you're so pissed off you threw your maul.
Threw it in her direction or where she was.
You throw it and it lands in the tile in front of you.
Okay, so with that done, let's see. Shoots back that far and casts Wall of Fire and makes it a 20-foot diameter that should enclose the 3 characters she's been engaged with. So it's a 20-foot diameter, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick wall. It is opaque. Creatures inside that area must take 5d8 if they fail a second. So it's a dex save DC 15. And save for half. If you end your turn within, actually, hang on. Disregard all that. Sorry. No, that okay. So you only take it if the wall is put on you, and none of you should have had the wall put on you. The wall was put around you. But it's really hot inside there. So if you stay in the wall, then you've got to take the 5d8 damage if you end your turn in that space. Of course, if you try to go through the wall, you'll also take the 5d8 if you don't pass the dex save. But for the current moment, all you see is a wall of fire, 20-foot diameter around you, 20 foot high, and 1 foot thick.
Okay, so no need for a save yet.
Correct. If I'm reading this correctly, which I may not be.
What's the spell?
Wall of fire.
You just Johnny Cash them?
Well, yeah, when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they take damage.
No, I failed.
I did as well.
One side of the wall selected by you when you cast this deals damage. When they end their turn within 10 feet of that side, inside of the wall.
Which the entire interior is going to be within 10 feet.
Understood. But I'm just saying, those are two different things. One of them is when you cast it, if they're there, they're going to get torched. The other part is if they end their turn in that vicinity, they will get torched as well.
Okay. That's fine. I was reading it as if they ended up in the wall, that's when they would get it when it was cast. But if that's fine. However you want to do it, man.
Did you cast it?
Yes.
No. See it casted. Oh, okay. They're not popped up. Trying to see if there's another, like some of these create an actual effect that I can drag based on your description.
Maybe just a 20-foot diameter circle.
It's a wall, so not a circle of fire.
No, you can make it a circle. You can absolutely make it a circle. It's in the text of the spell. It can be a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. Her motivation here is just to contain them so she can get away at this point.
So you're encircling them?
Correct.
Cal, if we take half for evasion, is it 18 or 19?
It's to your benefit.
Okay.
Like that.
Sure, that works.
And the fire damage is facing to the inner wall?
Yes, that's correct.
Good God. You made a furnace.
Yes.
With that, Kaz is down.
Angelo, did you take damage?
So we are taking damage? Kind of went
Yes.
back and forth. How much?
Roll a deck save.
That half?
Uh-huh.
What's half?
18.
As down.
Death
Need a
save.
death save, please.
I could add 1d6 to that if it helps, or probably not. It's so low. Hey.
5. You'd have to roll a 6, I think.
Ooh.
Or a 5, actually. You have to have a 10 or higher, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Meh. That was for my brutish durability.
All right. It's in your turn. What? Yeah, it's one death save fail.
As the fire hits, he just crumbles to the ground. Just
Imagine passing through that wall is going to hurt quite a lot.
staying in it hurts too.
She's just gonna go for it.
So you will take damage if you try running through the fire.
But you'll also take it if you stay.
Right. So no matter what, you're going to take damage.
Fingers crossed.
So you're going to want to run.
Yeah, she's running.
Or use an ability if you have anything that gets you out of there. Or...
Jeannie should have run 30 feet. If that's not 30 feet, I need to move her one more.
Go ahead and move to
No,
where
that's
you're moving.
30. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Lenora's gonna try to go for her. Do I need to make a save to pass through?
It doesn't mention a save on the second stuff. Get a save when it appears. I would think you'd get a save. Or I guess is the mindset that like the first one with the save is your ability to kind of evade the wall as it's appearing. But you kind of don't get a save if you're running through the wall of fire.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wait here until I know how much damage I'm taking.
Let me just double check.
I'm assuming I take all that.
I think he's trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm trying to validate.
That was one OP spell.
You cannot dodge your way through a wall of fire. If you go through it, you take damage.
I'm down.
That is crazy. All right, Angelo, feel free to run or stay and bake and take damage. So I'm assuming you're rolling damage for the wall of fire frame.
I was working on it.
I shall be resurrecting myself and haunting
not-
Krub for the
you're
rest
not-
of his natural thought.
You're not dead yet. You're just down.
Except for the one in the circle who's basically being like force baked every turn for how long is this spell running?
10 rounds.
Oh my
Concentration or 10
God.
rounds?
Yeah. Krub is dead after this.
It's not even crud is crud. Crud is literally a charcoal briquette.
Krub is on the other side of the building.
Krub
Kaz
is
is
over
inside
here.
the fire.
Oh, sorry, not Krub.
Krub hasn't
Kaz.
done shit in rounds. He's
Kaz is a charcoal briquette.
He's had to run like 7 miles to get there.
All right, I think you're done, right?
oh yeah.
Krub's up.
Does a lawful evil character go to provide medical aid for a character or run around the building?
I mean,
You've been running around the building all that, so I changed it up.
you guys are still, a group. You're lawful. It means you have a level of honor and a level of respect to your team.
But would the contract mean more to me?
I don't know. What's your feats and ideals and all that?
And what's your intelligence for trying to figure out if you think you can actually fulfill the contract on your own?
These are all good questions. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do over there to save Angelo, because I don't know shit about medicine. I'm liable to kill him by trying to help him.
Do you have
Literally.
Do you have a medicine kit?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Angelo, don't be upset if I murder you right now. But I'm going to try to stabilize you if you can hear me in your barbecued state.
Over a 10, so you stabilize him.
That just negates death saves, right? Stabilize.
Mm-hmm.
How high up is this roof here?
One-story building. So for a goblin, that's like 2 stories.
Is the medicine check in action?
Yes.
So I moved my
You got 10
20 feet. I'm going to try to make my way around the building.
Jeannie sees the circle of flame behind him, or behind her. And as the monk tried chasing her, just lights on fire and falls through and falls to the ground behind her. You are also now going to hear whistles blowing and heading in this direction.
Okay, well, she's making for the portal. It's 35 feet, so she'll get there, like, right there next turn. Oh, no, she can double move. So, yeah, she'll double move, go through the portal right before she does, so she'll turn the wall of fire off.
Okay.
At the bottom of that second tab, the combat tracker, Kitty, there's an intern words at the bottom. If you click it,
Intern words?
No.
yeah.
There's just an arrow. So end combat, and then to the right, there's a little arrow to the right or left. At least from there.
I have it just there's arrows, and then in the center it says end turn. When I click that, it goes to the next person. In the top right, like where you get all your chat things, there's like a fist icon.
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, that's where the encounter's at.
So one more death save.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, Kaz.
I don't.
Fail.
Never has a feat that's been thought as useless. Been so helpful, but
useless.
not helpful.
Unfortunate. Question is, so Krub gets to his turn, and for example, tries running over there. He'll have to dash, means he can't take an action to actually do the medicine check because of the distance. So Kaz has to make one more death save, potentially, with a possibility of actual death.
That's not true. I could shoot him. Not saying it would, but
Oh, that's brutal. Oh,
just saying that there was an alternative option.
oh, geez, look at this.
Can we not die on our first mission, people?
First combat. Good thing these aren't our normal characters.
Krub's just stable but can't do anything, so that's just
Angelo.
there's Angelo. So it's in that turn.
I'm gonna start yelling for help and screaming that there was a crazy lady with magic murdering people on the street. Guards! Guards!
This is going to be in the Truth and Dagger newspaper, that's for certain.
Physicers! Physicers! Help!
Krub, what are you doing?
I'm measuring.
Yeah, it's the best spot to be in because then you could do
I could watch.
watch both of them dying.
Yeah. So I get here just in time. Oh,
Ah!
wait 1 second. I want to look over my sheet just in case, because I am new to this class.
So, just for clarification, Krub is a lawful evil kobold, yes?
Goblin.
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 Oh, okay, sorry.
Lunaga plays the kobold.
Gotcha.
I just want to take a moment to capture this scene. Okay. Krub's
I don't-
done, right?
Oh no, I was just looking at my skill. I can't. Survivalist doesn't help any in this, does it?
No.
I don't think so. Good
All right,
luck,
Kaz.
Kaz.
Here we go. Good luck
I'm
for
rooting
Kaz.
for you.
No.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, that's not
That's
your death
a
save.
1d6.
And deceased.
And he died.
Deceased.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Well, time to crunch up a new character.
This is why they call him the Anonokitty.
And the thing is, I warned you twice.
We
And
warned you
still-
twice.
And still pulled some punches and was trying to run away.
That spell was brutal. You did just go crazy to attack people in the streets.
Yeah, in a very out of the way place where people aren't normally, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of random people with weapons poking around her stuff.
Oh, we didn't
Other
have
stuff,
weapons.
there was a
out.
big lightning strike over there, and a bunch of noise.
And we are like literally one block, one housing unit over.
And by the way, she did
the main
warn
road?
everyone before she lit off a single spell.
No, you lit the spell off,
Nice.
then warned everybody.
No. There was a warning.
You did the gravity
There was a
thing.
warning,
Yeah, you
and
did the gravity thing. And
Angelo
that pissed me
totally
off.
ignored everything and stabbed her in the back.
Yeah, that's Angelo's fault.
Twice. Actually.
Could have got everybody a little bit closer.
Krub,
After we convinced her.
are you doing a medical thing on Lenora?
Yeah.
No, me. Do it on Kaz.
Kaz is gone. Mm. Okay, stable. Two death fails. The save fails. All right. Combat's over. It is still going to, I'm sure, have in 5 minutes the countdown sound, I think.
I'm gonna leave the area before the guards get here.
With the bodies laying on the ground.
Yeah, I can't really do much to help them. I'm gonna assume that there were witnesses through windows and shit, because we are in a busy part of town.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Krub will brush off north of here, hearing just north of Jasmine's ruins and ways. Ah, see, there's that sound. Y'all hear it?
Yep.
No, because I'm dead.
Oh,
But no, I don't hear the noise though.
Anyways, whistles will blow. Witnesses will speak of a fight and magic being casted and a rogues gallery of images will come into play at the local guild. And I need for Lenora and for Angelo, I need you guys to both give me a charisma save. Both you make it. And they don't recognize either of you against known criminals or what have you. And so you are admitted into a local hospital that attempts to care for you until you are at least conscious, and then they start requesting money. At which point you may be kicked to the road to go fend for yourself at 1 hit point.
As soon as Lenora is conscious, she's getting up and walking out.
You will effectively have one. Well, you'll have a long rest of time pass. That's a full day at least, or 2 days, I believe. So for Krub, you leave the ruins and ways. What do you do that night?
I'm gonna head back to the pen and paper.
Okay.
Let Sam know what happened.
Okay.
If you want to RP that out or not.
No, it is a wee bit late. Sam will be saddened to hear about Kaz's death. Make the assumptions the others have died as well, possibly.
I let them know that they were stabilized and probably went to a medical place if we have any people that could help them out.
Or they got
And
arrested. You also don't know about that.
I would say, I would explain what happened. The lady was a psycho and she just attacked people on the street and there were witnesses. So they probably wouldn't have gotten arrested. And this lady was clearly either very paranoid or she was expecting people. But they were just standing there in an alley, last I saw, talking, and then she just attacked them.
Well, it's clear to me that this crew is not strong enough to take this contract. So I'll have to give it to another group. And Sam Gage will, thank you for your efforts. He'll chip in a little money for you and others to go ahead and get some medical help and take a rest. And bid you good day. Over a few days or what have you, others will make their way back. Make their way back to the place and find out about the country. And that's the end for tonight.